Hi, I'm Cory.
And I'm Wallace.
And we're an early retired couple that are traveling the world. At the moment, we're in Hong Kong and we're heading back to Malaysia today.
So if you've been following our journey, we took a side trip from Kuala Lumpur and came over to Hong Kong for the last 5 days to visit my family and see the sights. We were able to show Cory around some more of Hong Kong that she hadn't seen before, and it's been a great trip. What do you think?
I loved it. Certain areas are absolutely gorgeous, and I would highly recommend it. And gluten-free wasn't as difficult as I was expecting, so that was a nice surprise.
Yes, that was indeed. So today we are going to make our way back to Hong Kong International Airport and get a flight back to Malaysia, where we're going to overnight in KL before we head on to our next journey, which is going to be Georgetown in the province of Penang. So we'll take you along today for the journey. We've just taken the first 2 MTR trains, and now we're at where are we at the moment? I don't even know which stop we're at. Oh, we're at Sing Yi Station. And we're about to head to the Airport Express train. One thing I cannot say enough, coming from North America, until you've been to Hong Kong, you really can't appreciate how efficient the public transit system is here.
And how massive it is.
The
terminus station, or the stations, blew me away. We thought Central was big, then we just found bigger ones. So.
Yeah, but yeah, the scale of them, the ease of moving around the city.
We're just returning the octopus card. So we just came off the train, and the customer service is right here. And super easy. They take 11 Hong Kong dollars and refund the rest. These airports in Asia, they're just super efficient.
Yeah, that was very quick to get through our self-check-in, bag drop, and security screening and immigration to exit. We're now in the main part of Terminal 1. Behind us are some of the lower numbered gates. We need to get to gate 68. And we're also going to the Centurion Lounge today, the Amex Centurion Lounge, which is near gate 60. So luckily that's all pretty close. This is a huge airport though, as you can probably see from behind us there. And so it's going to take us a while to make our way over, and I'm pretty sure we need to go downstairs and take a train to the other part of Terminal 1.
To put it in perspective, I don't know if there's more gates, but in this terminal it says to gate 530.
Yeah, I've never seen that many gates at an airport before. So that's pretty impressive if that's actually how many gates there are. But we're not going to find out because it's a huge airport and we could be lost in here for hours. So we're going to head to the lounge and take you guys along. So yeah, to get to our gates, we're going down at least a couple levels of escalators, and then we'll be boarding a train. And here's our train. Looks like we just made it. Oh, just made it. Beautiful. We just took the train one stop to gates 40 to 80. As it turns out though, we didn't need to, because that's gates 1 to 36 that way. And way down at the other end, you guys won't be able to see it right now, there's a big crystal chandelier and the food court that's above it. And that was basically where we filmed the previous segment of this video before we went down to the train. And now we took the train one stop and we're going to gates 60 to 80 on this side. So we're gonna go find our gate and then go find the lounge. We know where our gate is. We didn't actually go all the way down because it's just at the end of this wing of the terminal. We're now heading upstairs to the Centurion Lounge. Here we are at the Centurion Lounge. All right, we've managed to get into the Centurion Lounge. Apparently, with our Platinum American Express cards, we can even take 2 guests each. We didn't need to, but just good to know for future reference. So we're gonna go in and have a look around. All right, and as we come into the lounge, we've got a seating area here. Looks like washrooms that way. There's a bar area here. And it looks like food options here. Salads, hot foods. And I believe that is the Centurion area, which we don't have access to. Alright, so we're in the Centurion Lounge, and while it's a nice lounge, it's actually not as nice as I thought it was going to be. Turns out to get to the really nice section of this lounge, you need to have the black Centurion card, which is basically an invite-only credit card from American Express, which, as far as I know, you need to spend some pretty big bucks to be invited into that program. That's not ever going to be us, so sadly, just the regular part of the lounge for us. Still a nice lounge, looks like some decent food options, so I'll check that out, and we've got a couple hours to kill before we board our flight. Cory's hard at work, editing a YouTube video right now. And meanwhile, I'm just enjoying the buffet. Food is okay. Some of it's meh, some of it's actually pretty good. Like this lava custard bun, which, I mean, you can't really see. I'll show a picture of what it was like before I dug into it. But it's black, probably charcoal in the bun, which is unusual. But then that really gooey egg custardy filling, which is actually really good.
As far as food options for me, they do have a sign up saying that they do use all the common allergens in their facility and to talk to somebody with regards to helping figure out what you can eat. I just didn't have the mental capacity to try to figure that out and to talk to somebody, so I just stuck with salad. I did not trust any of the dressing because they were all creamy and they were not like marked in any way. So it's just plain salad and some tomatoes with no seasoning. Kind of bland, but at least it's something. I'm sure if I were to talk to them, there's probably a few more options. Some days I just can't be bothered.
The American Express Centurion Lounge was not as great as I was hoping, unfortunately. Like I said before, it looks like in order to get access to the really nice part of the lounge, you have to have the black Centurion card, which we don't have and we're not gonna have. For the lounges that we have access to with the credit cards that we carry, this is still one of the nicer lounges. Definitely better than like your usual Plaza Premium Lounge or anything like that. Still doesn't beat the Silver Chris Lounge with Singapore Airlines that we were able to access last year when we were traveling home from Vietnam and going through Singapore.
And at the end of the day, any lounge is better than sitting in the terminal. So
yes,
it's much quieter. It's so much more peaceful, and you got access to like drinks and stuff, which I would pick any day.
Yeah, and they did have a really good selection of alcoholic beverages, a cocktail menu that looked really great. Just, you know, it's early in the morning right now, and that's just not a way I want to start my day or get on a plane drunk, because I would be, and that would not be fun. So anyways, we're going to go wander around the airport a little bit more. We've got a bit of remaining Hong Kong cash to use up that we're going to go maybe buy some snacks or something, just so we don't have to bring all that change with us. And I think that's pretty much it. We'll see you at the boarding gate.
We've got about 10 minutes before boarding. We decided to lounge hop, so we came over to the Chase Sapphire Lounge. We're just going to do like a really quick look, but we didn't realize that we could get into this one with the priority pass. That's the drinks.
Looks like that's the drinks and coffee machines. And this is the buffet section. And some more seating over here. And this is the hot foods. And it looks like they have everything marked with the allergens. There's like a legend there that says what's what, and then each of the little signs has the corresponding letter codes. So that's kind of cool. And they've got a pretty nice view here. And down this way to some more seating. But yeah, they've got a pretty nice view of the tarmac here at this lounge. And some really nice seating area over here. Oh yeah, this is a much better lounge than one we were at, and some private booths over there. So, lesson to be learned there. Make sure you check which lounges you have access to, because if I'd known, I might have come to this one instead of the Centurion lounges. This one was quite a bit nicer. Anyways, now we're heading to the gate. After a quick lounge hopping detour, we are here at our gate and probably going to start boarding in a few minutes. So we're just relaxing for the next 5 or so minutes, and then we'll get on board and head back to Malaysia. So that's a first. We are through the boarding gate and don't have to present your boarding pass or passport because they have facial recognition scanners at the gate. You basically stand there, stare at the camera, it recognizes you and lets you through and tells you what your seat is. So yeah.
Super quick, super efficient. And they had that for checking your bag as well.
Yeah, very efficient here. And we're just about to get on the plane. It is a Cathay Pacific Airbus A330 again today. So my meal, there was a choice of chicken or fish. I went with the fish, and it turns out to be a fried fish in a cream corn sauce on rice. Very typical Chinese, like Cantonese, Hong Kong style dish. So it looks pretty good. That's actually one of the best economy class airline meals I've ever had, so pretty impressed.
So again, I went with vegetarian Hindu, if you can see that. And it looks like they put the naan bread on top, which is perfect because I can't eat that. Let's see if I can recognize this and see if I can eat it. And I can. So that is butter paneer or shahi paneer, and that just looks like a vegetable curry, and to me that looks super safe, so I'm going to be eating that. Wallace might be eating the naan bread. I got fruit. Not sure what those are, but I do not think I'll be eating them. But I'd say another winner. As far as food on economy class, the Indian food was decent. We made it to Kuala Lumpur.
Just waiting for the bus right now to get back to the main part of Terminal 1. Where we have to go through customs, grab our bags, and find our hotel for the night. Do you want to sit or just stand here?
I'll sit.
Does this work? Oh, interesting.
And this will be our room for tonight.
Smells a little. We've made it to our hotel for the evening.
We just decided to stay one night in KL to make travel easier because we were going on to Penang tomorrow, but we didn't want to risk any delays or anything. So we got the airport hotel, which is in Terminal 2. Kind of an odd way to get here. We had to get on a bus and it had to leave the airport and come back. But it is super close to Terminal 2, so.
Yeah, so there was a free shuttle bus. So we took that from Terminal 1 here to Terminal 2. And we're just spending the one night here before we fly out to Penang tomorrow morning. Reason we didn't book connecting flights is they were 2 separate tickets. And in case there was any delays, we would have been screwed. So we just chose to spend the night here and just take it easy. Yeah, beyond that, Terminal 2 is a smaller terminal. There's not a lot here. So we're just going to relax for the evening, maybe find some dinner.
Yeah, and we'll show you the room. I don't think there's a lot for gluten-free for me, so I brought some snacks, and that might just have to do.
So it's a pretty small room, not much to it. Immediately to the right, you've got a bathroom, which looks clean enough. And there's hot water, which is nice. And when we come back out into here, we've got a little area to hang your clothes. A little desk, double bed, TV. Oh, sorry. Go back. Corey's doing the bed test.
Nice.
Not as hard as the ones in Hong Kong?
Nope.
Excellent. So we should sleep well tonight. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
We went to the restaurant at the hotel, Wasteland, for gluten-free. So we came back over to Terminal 1.
Yes.
And I mean, we were looking around. There was one restaurant that had nasi lemak, but they actually had like that gluten-free sign on it. But given that we're in Malaysia, I don't really trust the workers to actually maintain the standards. So we're just gonna go to Burger King for the win.
Kind of boring. Not much for Corey to eat there either. But
yeah, I think I'm gonna get French fries, and I know that cross-contamination is definitely a thing, but at this point I'm hungry, and it's like the safest of the options.
she's had them before and not gotten sick, so.
It's the next day. We're gonna go and find some breakfast. At the hotel, they had like a little cafe, so we're gonna go check. Or no, a free breakfast included.
Yeah, I think it's a buffet breakfast that's included in our hotel rate, so we'll check that out.
Success. I found fresh made scrambled eggs. The pan looks clean, so I'm good.
And there's fruit and stuff. So I've just tried a little of everything just to see what it all is about. You know, some baked beans, some roasted potato hash brown type things, cocktail sausage. But this is some sort of stir-fried noodle dish that actually smells really good. It smells super garlicky. It's got some vegetables in it. And then this is some sort of chicken curry dish that I don't know what it is. It's surprisingly tasty. Not really a breakfast food. So I'm glad I only took a little bit of it, but yeah, not horrible.
We checked out of the hotel, and now we're just waiting for the bus to go back to Terminal 1. We rode it last night because we had to go over to get food, and we discovered that the bus ride back to the airport is way longer.
Yeah, to get from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2 only takes about 10 minutes, but to go back takes about 30 minutes because the bus takes a longer route and also makes a stop at the long-term parking area first before it gets back to Terminal 1. So something to be aware of if you're staying in Terminal 2 and have a connection at Terminal 1, that shuttle bus does take a little while. So we've gone through our check-in, dropped our bags off, and got through security. Not as efficient as the international terminal, but still not too bad, all things considered.
Over here, you don't have to take liquids and stuff out of your bag, and it's just so much easier and more efficient.
Yeah, I agree. So now we're just wandering to our gate, and sorry about the noise from the announcements. We're gonna find our gate and then find the nearest lounge to relax in for a little while before our flight. and then we'll end up in Penang and we'll show you our Airbnb when we get there. Well, travel days suck. I forgot that we were in a domestic terminal today, and as it turns out, we didn't have access to any of the airport lounges that I was thinking about hitting up for food before our flight. So as you can probably tell from the wall behind me, we're back at Burger King. Well, a different Burger King, but a Burger King nonetheless. Yeah, so that's just one of the sad realities of these travel days. Is they're not all fun and games, and sometimes you end up eating crap food, but at least it was reasonably tasty.
We tried to look for something that was specifically gluten-free, or at least I did. It's a wasteland on the domestic side. The airport in general is a wasteland, so I took another chance and got Burger King fries. It's quite frustrating that there's not a lot of like healthy options. It doesn't seem hard to offer healthy options, but it is what it is.
All right, it's boarding time. We've got a Malaysian Airlines 737 MAX 8 out there that we're about to get on. And we'll see you guys in Penang. That was a really quick flight. We've been in the air only about 30-35 minutes and we're already on our way down to Georgetown, Penang.
Yeah, they barely had time. They had no water and peanuts. It was up in the air, kind of water and peanuts, and then they were cleaning out instantly.
Pretty much, yeah. So we'll show you the view as we're landing here. Okay, this is our home for the next 2 weeks here in Georgetown, Penang. It's not much. It's not the best place we've ever stayed, but it's also not the worst. Right as you enter the unit, you've got a bathroom here. There's at least hot water for the shower. It's not fantastically clean, but it's not horrible. Cory's here, hard at work, doing the dishes because they were pretty gross.
Basically, whenever we get to a new place, we kind of like, if we know that we're staying, we kind of clean everything just because you never know what the condition really was. This place was pretty gross, to be honest. All the dishes have dirt on them and I had to do a lot of scrubbing on a lot of them, so.
Yeah, so that's our clean dishes there. So we've got a microwave up there. We've got a little fridge. There's a couple of kettles. We are currently missing the little portable stovetop to cook on, so they're bringing us one this evening. So that'll rectify that. And then there's pots and pans, cutlery, some plates and stuff. Not a lot of stuff, but the hosts have been really responsive. We asked them to bring us some extra stuff and they're gonna get on that and bring us some extra things tonight that we have requested. Got a little, I guess, counter slash, dining nook there to eat at, a couple of bar stools. This is the little fold out bed slash, I think it folds up like a couch, so it's kind of like a futon. It's not that comfortable. Probably won't be spending a lot of time there. We do have a TV that's got Netflix and YouTube, and bunk beds. The beds are, looks like a queen size mattress, and actually, you know, quite soft, pretty comfortable. And there's power outlets on either side of the bed there, as well as, I think, reading lamps. So yeah, we're not even gonna need the top bunk. So overall, Cor, what do you think? We can survive this for 2 weeks, right?
I've lived in worse.
There you have it. So the area we're staying is very local, very much in like the heart of like the downtowny kind of area here. It's the building behind us, and it's just up on the first floor, above ground level there, above what looks like a fruit shop. But anyways, we're just gonna go grab some dinner now, which we found a place on the Find Me Gluten Free app that looks promising, and it's only 2 minutes that way. So we're gonna go find that and see what the options are for Cory here tonight. So we ended up at the restaurant here. This is called Sambal, which looks like a little more upscale, modern Malaysian cuisine. We've got our first appetizer already, and this is the loaded empings, which is a chip or cracker made from crushed and ground up balinjo beans, which I've never even heard of. Served with green mango salad with ginger flower, shallots, and toasted coconut flakes, and a spicy dipping sauce. And it looks really awesome. Oh wow. That's some crazy flavor going on there. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, the bean chip or cracker is really interesting texture. You get the tartness of the mango, you get the coconut, you get this kind of spicy, I'm not even really sure what the dipping sauce is, but it's spicy and salty, and there's a lot of flavor packed into that. This is what the rest of the inside of the restaurant looks like. As you can see, it's really quiet right now because we got here pretty early today. And now Cory's got her drink as well, I believe a lemongrass tea.
Called lemongrass tea, and it actually tastes like lemongrass. So this happens to be gluten free as well, so I'm gonna try it. I'm just trying to get a little of everything. So much flavor. So many different like flavors, and it kicks you in the mouth. I love it.
Okay, appetizer number 2 has arrived, and this was one that wasn't on the menu. It turns out the first the lady we were talking to, who was helping with the gluten-free stuff for Cory, she was the owner, and she recommended we try this. And this is a new dish that's not on the menu yet. It's braised bok choy in soy milk with, looks like garlic and goji berries. Looks very interesting. So I'm just gonna dish some up here. Get some of that broth. It's almost like a soup, like a vegetable soup, but and let's give this a taste. Oh, very delicate flavors, savory. There's garlic and ginger in there. Very good. Very simple. It's deceptively simple, but very, very tasty and gluten-free. So Cory gets to try this as well. All right, let's see what Cory thinks of this.
That's so different. The only way I've ever had bok choy is like braised with garlic or soy sauce. This is really good. Very inventive and very good.
So for my main, I've gone with the Lap Mai Fan, which is Chinese sausage with steamed jasmine rice that's been steamed in a lotus leaf, and it's served topped with pork cracklings and char siu, which is a Chinese style barbecued pork. It looks and smells delicious. A little bit sweet, savory, and I'm going to stir it all up and make a mess of this because it's got the nice sauce all over it. That kind of Chinese style barbecue sauce. Get those flavors all mixed through. Oh, and there's some shiitake mushrooms in there too. Really good.
I got the grilled barramundi with grilled potatoes and what was it, mango sauce?
Green mango salsa.
With green mango salsa. It looks amazing. Let's find out. I'm gonna destroy it here because I want to show you the mango salsa underneath. Oh, that looks good. Okay. The barramundi is lighter in flavor, so it's like a white fish. I love fish being served with salsa, so the salsa just gives it a mellow depth. So good. I feel incredibly lucky. That restaurant's literally like 2 seconds away from our Airbnb.
2 minutes, but yeah, very close.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, so that one was a lucky find. When I pulled up the Find Me Gluten-Free app, that was the closest restaurant to our Airbnb. As it turns out, sambal was very good. In fact, when I looked it up, turns out they have a Michelin recommendation. So yeah, no kidding, that was really tasty, fairly reasonably priced for the quality of food we got. Gluten-free options, vegetarian options. We're here in Georgetown for 2 weeks, and I'd say it's a pretty safe bet. We'll be coming back.
And they said that the owner had another restaurant about a kilometer away, and it has a lot of gluten-free options as well, so we'll probably check that out at some point.
Yeah, it's called Bella Chan, I think is how it's pronounced, and it's a tapas restaurant, so odds are we'll be checking that one out as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's a couple of long travel days, but thanks very much for joining us. We're gonna leave it here for tonight, and in our future videos, we'll show you around Georgetown. So please hit that thumbs up to give us a like and subscribe.
And we hope that you'll join us in our next video for more adventures. And until then, stay curious and keep exploring.